Starting off at number 10, we have Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin ended her career overnight after she posted a photo of herself holding the head of then President Donald Trump. Practically everyone across the board agreed that the photos had crossed a major line, with Chelsea Clinton's daughter Hillary Clinton tweeting out, quote, "This is vile and wrong. It is never funny to joke about harming a president." Many networks responded by promptly cutting Griffin from their programming. One was CNN, who made a statement that they were terminating their agreement with Kathy to appear on their New Year's Eve program. Mr. Trump commented that it was sick, and his wife Melania called the photo disturbing. In a video message posted to Twitter, Griffin begged for forgiveness and said she had crossed a line, but I don't believe her career has recovered since. And at number 9, Vanessa Hudgens. Okay, I know we talk about this Vanessa Hudgens one kind of a lot, but it's just so bad I refuse to stop bringing it up. If you didn't already know, Vanessa is the queen of Coachella, and when it was announced that Coachella was postponed, then canceled because of COVID-19, she was not happy. And she took those feelings to Instagram Live, literally the worst place to get mad about things, because you can get caught saying some really dumb stuff. On the live, she was really dismissive about the pandemic in general and basically said that people are gonna die anyway, so who cares? She of course apologized later, but the whole thing just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, mine included. That's why I keep bringing it up. Also, make sure to like the video if you're liking it so far. In at number 8, Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid got in a massive scandal after she posted a video of herself mocking Asian people. To make things worse, right around that time, Gigi was supposed to fly to Shanghai, China to walk in the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show. But of course, because of that scandal, online commenters made it clear that Gigi was no longer welcome in China, so she ended up dropping out of the show. In the video that was posted, Gigi's at a table with friends as she holds up a small cookie of a Buddha, where she then laughs as she squints her eyes. To make matters worse, Hadid was featured on the cover of Vogue China at that time the video was posted. Gigi ended up apologizing, but it definitely stained her reputation. And that was pretty well deserved. And at number 7, Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne offended fans when she posted a racially insensitive caption on Instagram. She posted a photo from her nude photo shoot in GQ, Mexico, where she says in the caption that, quote, "I specifically asked for no retouching on this photo, and let me tell you, I have insecurities about pretty much everything. That's natural and that's human." And that was all well and good, but the next part had people up in arms, where they're adding in that caption, quote, "I'm not effing perfect, I'm a human being and I'm real, so hip hop your asses over the fence and get over it." But that last part about the fence was really not only completely unnecessary, but also inappropriate, as that was right around the time that Trump was announcing his border wall with Mexico. And this was of course all made worse by the fact that the image was from GQ Mexico. She never apologized or clarified the comments further, but she later tweeted out, quote, "Latina and proud," which really didn't make the situation any better. The comments are still on her post to this day, so clearly she didn't find them offensive enough to change them. And at number 6, Khloe Kardashian's Photoshop fail. This is another thing that I will also not stop talking about. Khloe and the entire Kardashian clan have been getting called out for photoshopping for years now. But 2020 was a particularly bad year for Khloe, especially since it seemed like she was retouching more than ever. The worst was this one, because when we first saw the picture, we were all pretty sure that it didn't really look like her. But then someone on Twitter revealed that she wore the exact same look on one day of filming Keeping Up. And the before and after is very shocking. And I'm really not trying to hate on Khloe at all here, but we really need some kind of transparency with editing like that, because young impressionable people are watching and looking at our Instagram, and that's just extremely different. Halfway at number 5, Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey started a very unnecessary controversy for herself when she decided to post a long statement to her Instagram talking about how she's attacked for using sexual lyrics in her songs while other women in the industry do not, comparing herself to mostly women of color like Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, Cardi B, and Beyonce. But people weren't happy that she pitted herself against women of color, and also that she failed to recognize that all women in the industry get backlash about using sexual lyrics in their songs. The most obvious one for me is WAP, which was heavily criticized. She tried to clarify her stance later, but just really only made things worse. And at number 4, Selena Gomez. This is an old one, but back in 2014, Selena got in some major hot water after disrespecting a holy mosque. During a 2014 visit to Abu Dhabi, Selena Gomez posed inside of a mosque, but the issue was that she posed with her ankle out, going directly against the dress code of modesty in Islamic houses of worship, with the mosque's dress code specifically requiring long, loose-fitting ankle-length trousers or skirts for women and men. One angry comment read, quote, "Please respect yourselves. This isn't a place to take pictures like this. It's a holy place where you should be polite and respect yourself." Selena later deleted the photo to not anger anyone further. In at number 3, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato was cancelled after it was exposed that she had a Finsta account basically dedicated to hating on Selena Gomez. This account, called @TraumaQueenForever, was exposed when Demi decided to go live on that account, thinking it was her regular Instagram account. And it didn't take long for people to screenshot the pictures, where people could clearly see many of the posts were about Demi's hatred of Selena. After that was exposed, Demi Lovato's over party began trending. Demi did not directly address the scandal, but said later in a podcast that she doesn't think cancel culture is real and that she's been canceled more times than she can count. So she wasn't really remorseful whatsoever. I just really want to know what Selena could have done to make Demi hate her so much, like have a whole entire account dedicated to her. Very strange. And at number 2, Harry Styles. Harry Styles is generally regarded as an unproblematic king, but he did have a brief scandal many years ago after he posted a photo wearing a Native American headdress that was criticized as cultural appropriation and disrespectful. And some of the people that called Harry out the most were his own fans, with a fan account on Twitter commenting, quote, "Cultural appropriation is not nice, regardless of the context or intent. Let's leave it at that." Harry did end up deleting that photo. And finally, number 1, Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan was not cancelled for something that he posted, but rather something his girlfriend posted. Last year, a photo resurfaced from his girlfriend, Alexandra Oniva's Instagram account, where her and a friend were dressed up as Japanese geishas, with the caption reading, quote, "Asian night." Immediately, fans started tweeting at Sebastian to denounce this photo and acknowledge that it is racist. But the main issue happened when, instead of commenting on the issue, Sebastian started blocking people that were tweeting at him to address it. One user said she asked him to address it, but she instead was blocked, going on to say how she's in the Asian community and the photo was disrespectful to her. Shortly after all that, the hashtag Sebastian Stan is over party started trending.
Number 10, Laura Lee. Beauty YouTuber Laura Lee suffered the fate of her past after a tweet resurfaced from 6 years ago. The tweet uncovered her making insensitive comments mainly about black men. The drama all started when Laura's ex-best friend Shane Dawson's fans uncovered some old racist and body-shaming tweets on her account. Laura later deleted the tweets, however, before they were deleted, fans can see Laura making fun of Chinese people and made some pretty insensitive comments towards black people. Twitter definitely wasn't impressed with the beauty star, and she later came out with an apology that stated, "I apologize from the bottom of my heart to anyone affected by my tweets." The star then went on to note that she deactivated her Twitter account because she was mad at herself for the tweets she posted in 2012, and that she wasn't the same girl she is today. She then tried to throw off being from a small town where she had grown up with no cultural education, and that is the reason she was the way she was when she tweeted the post. But none of us believe that apology, because no matter where you're from, you have the choice to be a decent human being, so make the right choice, because you never know when your past will come back to haunt you. Number 9, Olivia Jade. For those who need an Operation Varsity Blues refresher, back in May of 2020, Olivia Jade's parents both pleaded guilty to paying $500,000 to ensure Olivia and her sister Isabel were accepted into the University of Southern California. The two sisters were admitted as rowing recruits, although they never played the sport. In the following college admissions scandal, Olivia Jade in fact did lose followers and influence on her YouTube channel. She also lost out on deals with Sephora, Tresemme, Estee Lauder, and many more at this time. After being quiet for months about the scandal, Olivia came back on social media as her parents prepared their prison sentences in the scheme. In a video posted to Olivia's YouTube, she explained she was legally not allowed to talk about the scandal, and she was initially terrified to make the video when she came back. The star has since dropped out of USC with no plans to return and finally seems to be bouncing back from the scandal. Number 8, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres lost over 1 million followers after it surfaced the star created a toxic workplace environment on her show. After the television host spent years on top before being exposed for the questionable ways she treated people working on the show, this star lost more than followers and she actually ended up losing her show. The accusations came to light when numerous employees working on the show came forward in a report posted to BuzzFeed, claiming to be working in an environment that was racially insensitive and based on fear and intimidation. Some even accused executive producers of rampant ravishment and harassment. Ellen later came out to respond to the allegations by saying she was taking full responsibility and added she is taking the allegations very seriously and said, "I'm so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show." However, some viewers were still left unimpressed with the star when she made jokes about the allegations upon her return to her show. Number 7. Will Smith. Will Smith lost a significant amount of followers after his infamous altercation with Chris Rock at the Oscars. The incident occurred when Chris made a comment about Will's wife's hair. The comment wasn't taken lightly by Jada and Will, causing Will to take the stage. The world was left stunned witnessing the event that occurred, and many were left wondering if the incident was staged or not. It was later said that it wasn't, and the Academy then came out and said they did not condone the altercation that occurred. However, they wanted to thank Chris Rock for maintaining his composure under extraordinary circumstances. They then said Will furthermore will be banned from the Oscars gala and any other Academy events for the next 10 years. Later, Will would post to Instagram to say violence is never the answer and his behavior at the award was unacceptable and inexcusable. He then said, "All jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally." He then went to apologize to Chris and noticed his actions were embarrassing and did not show the man he wanted to be. Number 6. Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star lost followers when beauty YouTuber Cameron Lester posted to Instagram to say he was cutting all ties with Jeffree Star and Jeffree Star's cosmetics. Cameron claimed while working with Jeffree, he felt like he was the token black kid and that he was manipulated and left feeling fearful about the whole situation. He also noted that after he began to pull his friendship with Star, Jeffree replaced him as a model in his campaign cremated for his line. Cameron said it felt like Jeffree was sending a message and that Cameron was replaceable as a black man in the beauty industry. Later, a voice memo sent by Jeffree in response to the video was leaked online and retweeted by Cameron, where he claimed Jeffree flipped the script and made up a bunch of lies. The internet soon started to be flooded with other people's experiences with Jeffree, and one claimed he once called Gwen Stefani a very offensive word towards Jewish people. Number 5. Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen is said to have felt lost after becoming part of Cancel Club. When tweets resurfaced of Chrissy cyberbullying Courtney Stodden, more allegations about the star started to come forward and the internet started to go crazy. Before disabling her Twitter account, the star went on to tweet one last tweet which said, "For the last 10 years you guys have been my world. I honestly owe so much to this world we created here." She then went on to note that she no longer felt like her page served her as someone who was positive and it started to serve her negatively. Then to end things off, she told followers she believed it was finally time to call something, and the star exited Twitter. Over time, Chrissy has noted that she was mortified and sad at the woman she used to be and that she was just an insecure troll and continued to apologize for the incident since her return to Twitter. Number 4. Travis Scott. On November 5th, 2021, Travis Scott took the stage to perform at his Astroworld event. However, he truly had no idea how this event would change his life forever. When concert goers stormed the barriers, many innocent lives were lost and many were injured as a result of the surge. Sadly, instead of stopping the concert when Scott saw ambulances making their way through the thick of the crowd, he continued playing his set, making fans and music labels wanting nothing to do with the star anymore. Since the incident, not only has Travis Scott lost followers, but he's also lost millions of dollars from pulled contracts. He was even replaced on his Coachella appearance. The star is also currently being sued for $2 billion. Number 3. Kylie Jenner. In 2019, Kylie Jenner lost millions of followers. Thankfully for the star, it was only temporary as there was a glitch in the system. Twitter took to saying they were aware of an issue that was causing a change in account follower numbers for some people right now, and they were working hard to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. Twitter also noted the bug was completely unrelated to inactive accounts or bot accounts being deleted. Luckily for Kylie, her loss of followers was due to a malfunction rather than a scandal, and she was even able to escape losing followers after attending Travis Scott's Astroworld concert. Number 2, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj lost 10 million followers after her decision to pose for Russian magazine back in 2008. With many of Nicki's fans being part of the LGBTQ community and the fact that Russian laws are against the community being notoriously harsh, caused the star to face a lot of backlash. In Russia, any propaganda promoting LGBTQ relationships and relationships themselves are banned. Homophobia runs wild in the country and people are routinely extinguished when open about their sexuality. It didn't take fans long to slam the star, and one even pointed out that during the time she lost 1.2 million followers overnight, which then escalated to almost 10 million within the week. Number 1, coming in with James Charles. 23-year-old beauty YouTuber James Charles lost a mass amount of followers over the years due to many scandals, from his fallout with famous beauty gurus to some serious allegations involving the star with boys. The star found himself in the center of all kinds of internet drama, with James releasing an apology video for his YouTube channel to clear up rumors and accusations regarding inappropriate text messages he may have sent. Given the nature of the allegations, many fans and celebrities found themselves having no choice but to unfollow the beauty guru. In a video posted to his channel titled "Holding Myself Accountable," James addressed his fans and tried to explain why people are accusing him of acting inappropriately. When he went on to explain they were boys he flirted with and he was reckless when he messaged some he believed to be 18, after coming clean about the allegations, James Charles took a break from social media and has since returned and has been trying to repair his image. But like many celebrities in certain situations, it's going to be a hard one to bounce back from.
Starting us off at number 10 is Jay Station. The famous YouTuber caused one of the most recent scandals to hit the platform, and it all started when he announced online that his girlfriend had died tragically. He was dating Alexia Morano when he recorded a YouTube video of himself crying and mourning her death, saying that she was hit by a drunk driver. He even visited a memorial and acted out the entire thing. But the video was deleted a few days later and a new one was posted explaining that she was alive and he did it to bring followers to their new channel that they were apparently creating together. Alexia posted a response video saying she had nothing to do with it and shared that they aren't together because of his abusive behavior. He was eventually arrested and charged with assault. So yeah, safe to say his career is pretty destroyed after that. Should probably never fake someone's death. Sniping our number 9 spot is Justin Bieber. In 2014, the singer posted a photo on his Instagram of him standing in front of a Japanese shrine and captioned it, "Thank you for your blessings." Sounds innocent, right? Wrong. Because the photo was taken at Yasukuni Shrine, which is actually a very controversial place because it honors Japanese who were responsible for the death of thousands of Chinese during World War II. It's the center of a huge political debate among a lot of other Asian countries. Justin quickly realized his mistake when he saw the backlash from his post and removed it immediately. He followed up with an explanation saying, "While in Japan, I asked my driver to pull over, for which I saw a beautiful shrine. I was misled to think the shrines were only a place of prayer. To anyone I've offended, I am extremely sorry. I love you, China, and I love you, Japan." Sounds like an innocent thing. I don't know. Next up at number 8, we have Floyd Mayweather. The legendary boxer doesn't shy away from saying what he wants in public, so it's not all that surprising that he does the same on his Twitter account. Back in 2012, one of his tweets about Taiwanese-American basketball player Jeremy Lin sparked a bit of controversy for its racial connotations. He tweeted out, "Jeremy Lin is a good player, but all the hype is because he is Asian. Black players do what he does every night and don't get the same praise." Some people may have agreed with him, while others were furious and began to call him a racist. Regardless though, he was unbothered by all the backlash and just continues to speak his mind online. Cruising into the number 7 spot is Dani Mathers. She's known for starring on TV series like Badass and The Bold and the Beautiful, but she's mainly known for her work as a Playboy model. But both sides to her career came to an end in 2016 after she posted an image on her Snapchat of a naked 70-year-old woman at a gym with the caption, "If I can't unsee this, then you can't either." The image immediately got backlash, and it actually resulted in her facing criminal charges. She was fired from a radio show and banned from LA fitness gyms all across the US. People were outraged that she would body shame someone like that, especially to an audience the size of hers. Later in 2017, she faced the court and pleaded no contest to a charge of invading the woman's privacy. She was fined $1,000 in order to spend a month of doing community service and removing graffiti all around Los Angeles. Coming in number 6 is Geraldo Rivera. Back in 2013, the TV star host wanted to make people laugh and decided to post a half-naked selfie on Twitter. In the picture, he's showing off his upper body and captioned it, "70 is the new 50. Erica and family are going to be so pissed, but at my age..." There was one thing he was right about, and that was people were pissed. His daughter was mortified and texted him the next day to take it down immediately. He could handle his embarrassed daughter, but his boss at Fox was even more pissed and his job was on the line because of it. Geraldo ended up taking the picture down the next day because Fox contacted him and told him that he had to delete it immediately. Like there were no options. I would literally be mortified if my father posted a topless photo. Halfway through at number 5 is Justine Sacco. This girl actually became famous from being the most hated person on the internet. There was a point when she was just a regular PR consultant with a couple hundred followers, but then she tweeted something that she thought was funny and it sparked a viral controversy. In 2013, before heading off on her trip to South Africa, she tweeted, "Going to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white." A tech writer named Sam Biddle came across the tweet and retweeted it to the 15,000 followers that he had, and then it all just went downhill from there. Thousands of people were outraged, and the hashtag #HasJustineLandedYet started to trend worldwide. She ended up getting fired from her job, and she continued to say that it was just a joke. Not very funny, Justine. Not funny. Moving along, we're at number 4 with Amanda Bynes. Just by looking at her Twitter account, we could tell that she was struggling in her personal life. People adored her from the day she showed up on Nickelodeon, but it appeared that the famous lifestyle kind of caught up to her and her life became unstable. And the only way we knew this was because she announced everything on her Twitter account with personal details and full disclosure. She first announced her retirement from acting when she was just 24 years old, but then she announced that she had unretired herself. And from there, we saw a variety of tweets that ultimately caused her entire career and reputation to crumble. She insulted fellow celebrities, she claimed that she had a microchip inserted in her brain, she spoke about her private legal issues, and even accused her dad of being a sexual predator. Literally, this girl has had no filter. But still wishing her the best because I really did love her. Taking over the 3rd spot is Ari Shaffir. The world was taken by storm recently when news broke that the NBA legend Kobe Bryant had died in a helicopter crash alongside his daughter and some friends. While the world was grieving and mourning the loss, comedian Ari Shaffir was sending out insensitive tweets and accused Kobe of being a rapist. He tweeted, "Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late today. He got away with rape because all the Hollywood liberals enjoy rooting for the Lakers more than they dislike rape. Big ups to the hero who forgot to gas up his chopper." He later posted that it was just a joke and that every time a beloved celebrity dies, he jokes about them like that and has been doing it for years. So apparently that makes it okay. His talent agency dropped him and the New York Comedy Club canceled all of his upcoming shows. And I think that is very much deserved. Winning the number 2 spot on our list is Ashton Kutcher. The actor doesn't usually cause too much drama online, but in 2011 he sparked a huge scandal after he defended someone who had dismissed sexual assault cases. What happened was, in 2011, Penn State's legendary coach Joe Paterno was fired after he neglected to address child molestation that allegedly took place in his locker room. It appeared that Ashton didn't have all the information before he tweeted out, "How do you fire Joe Pa? #insult, #no class. As a Hawkeye fan, I find it in poor taste." Fans didn't take kindly to it and they were furious that he would defend someone in Joe's position. But after finding out the full story, Ashton deleted the tweet and apologized, saying, "I feel awful about this error. As an advocate in the fight against child sexual exploitation, I could not be more remorseful for all involved in the Penn State case." Guys, I really do think this was an honest mistake. You know, just one of those things where you just spoke a little too soon. Starting us off at number 10 is Patrick J. Adams. The Suits actor deleted his social media accounts, which is probably for the best because he faced the heat after he body shamed a woman online. The story goes that a woman body shamed him at the airport when he was returning home from the royal wedding, saying that he looked, I quote, chunky. He then shared an unflattering picture of her while she was sleeping in a chair next to him, and he did some casual body shaming, as he called it. People began calling him out and saying he was a bully, and he later removed the picture and also issued an apology. He wrote a long message and said, "Yesterday I posted a photo of a woman who did some casual body shaming of my wife and I in the airport. My intention was solely to put a face to the people who think that sort of glancing commentary is necessary, helpful, or funny." He also went on to explain that he is not a bully and that what the woman said was rude and out of line, but that he should have just left it at that. Which is probably true. Always just walk away. Coming in hot at number 9 is Scott Disick. He loves to show off his luxurious lifestyle, and he actually calls himself the Lord in real life, and it's actually his Instagram handle. But the Lord messed up big time with his social media when he accidentally copy and pasted part of an email from his PR for a product placement ad. He did a post for Booty Shake, and the caption said, "Here you go, at 4 p.m. EST, right the below." Caption, "Keeping up the summer workout routine with my morning Booty UK protein shake." The social media star pasted the actual instructions from the PR company, which showed his 15 million followers that he's being paid to post a fake caption and that he's not actually a user or a believer of the product. People were quick to call him out on it, and he deleted it immediately and then reposted it again with another clearly scripted caption. Probably lost some PR deals after that. It's the worst social media influencer I've ever seen. Rolling into number 8 is Vicky Gunvalson. Another time that a product placement ad went horribly wrong. This one might actually be worse. The reality TV star does a lot of product ads on her social media pages and gets a lot of big names on her resume because of her following. But she probably lost some of her contacts after posting an ad of her Beats headphones. She posted a picture of the box and captioned it, "Thank you, #BravoTV for my Christmas present. Love these for all my traveling. #Happy holidays, #Andy Cohen." But there is one thing she didn't notice about her post that her followers quickly did. You could actually see her reflection in the box packaging, and she was naked. For obvious reasons, she deleted the post. Probably not the kind of exposure that they were looking for when they sent her the product, but thanks anyways. Up next, number 7 is Kylie Jenner. This one still makes me scream and sad because I remember it happening and I remember it being so cringy. Forbes named her the youngest self-made billionaire after her beauty line, Kylie Cosmetics, took the world by storm. No pun intended for her kid, who's named Stormy. Many people disagreed that her success was even self-made, given her Kardashian family exposure that she's had basically her entire life. But that is besides the point. The point is, she couldn't even demonstrate the use of her product properly. She decided to post a video demonstrating how she washes her face using her skincare products. In the video, she proceeds to cleanse her face and finishes by drying it with a white towel. She spoke about the fact that her products remove the makeup from your skin as well as cleansing it. But when she wiped her skin dry with a fresh white towel after cleansing, tons of makeup came off on the towel, which just proved to her fans that her products don't actually remove the makeup. And she didn't even notice. And at number 6 is Armie Hammer. The world was shocked when news broke that legendary Marvel superheroes creator Stan Lee had passed away. Tons of celebrities flooded their social media accounts with tributes to him, and apparently Armie had an issue with it. He tweeted out, "So touched by all the celebrities posting pictures of themselves with Stan Lee. No better way to commemorate an absolute legend than putting up a picture of yourself." Despite some people being understanding where he was coming from, many people slammed him for criticizing how others grieve a person's death and how they choose to show their respect. Following the backlash, he issued an apology saying, I quote, "I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart and will be working on my Twitter impulse control. Honestly, this is why I do not have a Twitter, because I can't control my impulse." Halfway through at number 5 is Bette Midler. She found herself in some trouble for showing disrespect to the First Lady, Melania Trump. In November 2018, the 72-year-old actress at the time posted a picture on her Twitter of Melania posing in a cockpit for a GQ photo shoot, and it included an insulting caption saying, "The dry cleaning bill for the upholstery on Air Force One must be insane." Twitter users surprisingly came to Melania's defense and slammed the actress for going out of her way to insult her. People called her comment catty and said that she made a fool of herself by bashing Melania during the time when she was a model. People were persistent on the fact that she owed the First Lady an apology and that the world needs less hate. However, Melania did not get that apology. Making our way to number 4, we have PewDiePie. He is the biggest YouTuber in the world, but had a setback in his career after posting a controversial meme that mocked Demi Lovato's apparent overdose. The meme has since been deleted, but showed Demi asking her mother for money to purchase a burger, but then spending the cash on heroin. Not really sure what the joke was in that meme, like there's really nothing funny about it, but TMZ at the time had reported that the cause of her alleged overdose was heroin. However, a source later told Fox News that it wasn't. Regardless, no one thought the meme was funny, and the YouTube star received a ton of backlash for it. He deleted it and also issued an apology saying, "Deleted meme. I didn't mean anything with it, and I didn't fully know about the situation. I realize now that it was insensitive. Sorry." What do you guys think? Do you think he should be forgiven? Or, I just didn't find anything funny with the meme in the first place. Next up in our 3rd spot is Lorde. You might be a little surprised to find her on this list, seeing as she has always lived quite a quiet life regardless of her success and fame, but she ruined that reputation when she made a disrespectful joke about Whitney Houston's death. She posted a picture on her Instagram of a bathtub being filled with running water and titled it, "And I Will Always Love You." Obviously, it was referring to the iconic lyrics from one of her songs, which I will not sing, but it was also a reference to her death because she died by drowning in a bathtub. After the backlash, Lorde deleted the post and issued an apology saying that she loves Whitney and meant no disrespect by it. Her original post as well as her apology have both been deleted from her Instagram page since then, which is probably a good idea. Taking over number 2 is CeeLo Green. The musician is known for his music and for being a judge on the singing competition show The Voice, but he's also known for saying things that get him in trouble. Things got real serious in October 2012 when he was accused of sexual battery after a woman claimed he had raped her while partying one night. Almost 2 years after the allegations, he received probation and community service after pleading no contest to a lesser charge of giving his victim ecstasy. But 2 days after the case was closed on August 31st in 2014, he went on Twitter to talk about it, and rather than an apology or a thanks for the support, he wrote, "If someone is passed out, they're not even with you consciously. So with implies consent. People who have really been raped remember." And that is basically what ended his entire career and reputation. TBS canceled his show called The Good Life, and he also lost his headlining gig at the Gretna Heritage Festival in New Orleans. In the number 1 spot is Evan Rachel Wood. Hearts were broken worldwide when the news broke that Kobe Bryant died tragically in a helicopter crash alongside one of his daughters. Many people used their social media accounts to pay tributes to the legend and his family, but Evan Rachel Wood caused a massive controversy instead. She posted a tweet saying, "I am heartbroken for Kobe's family. He was a sports hero, he was also a rapist, and all these truths can exist simultaneously." She was actually referring to the 2003 sexual assault case that was dropped and later settled outside of court. She received a ton of backlash, which is not surprising, and just 2 days later, her Twitter was actually locked and marked to private. But before that, she ended up deleting the tweet and posted another one saying, "What has happened is tragic." She was still receiving a ton of backlash because that's not really an apology, so I guess she thought that making her account private and limited would help the scandal just kind of blow over. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Millie Bobby Brown. Back in September 2019, the young actress launched her own vegan skincare line for teen girls called Florence by Mills. The line was named after her great-grandmother and features both makeup and skincare products. Being a new business owner, she thought it would be a good idea to post a video of herself using the products, like a demonstration. She filmed herself doing a quick and easy nighttime skincare routine using a variety of her products: face mist, scrub, face wash, moisturizer, and lip oil. People started attacking her, claiming that she wasn't actually using the products on her face and that her eye makeup was left on. One user wrote, "It would be nice if you use it. We can see you're not actually applying any product, LOL." The video was deleted, and it is safe to say that people no longer trust her products. gotta use your products if you're gonna demonstrate them. Moving on to number 9 is Courtney Love. It's hard to forget the time when she claimed to have found the missing Malaysia plane. You can't make this stuff up, you guys. She actually thought she located the plane. Back in March 2014, the singer claimed on Twitter that she had found the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, which disappeared on March 8th while it was on its trip to Beijing. The flight never made it to its destination and to this day has never been found or explained. But Courtney Love says that she found it. She tweeted out, "I'm no expert, but up close this does look like a plane and an oil slick. Prayers go out to the families, #MH370. Along with the tweet, she posted a diagram of where she believed the plane to be. Turns out that the objects she claimed were the plane were actually other boats in the region. Close enough though. Swipe our number 8 spot is James Gunn. The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 director was fired after a series of his offensive tweets resurfaced online. There was a large variety of tweets that came back which showed inappropriate comments regarding young boys and other inappropriate and just unnecessary comments. The majority of them are too inappropriate for me to read, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it and then Google it after. No one found his jokes funny, especially Disney, and they fired him from the movie franchise. Walt Disney Studios chairman Alan Horn said in a statement, "The offensive attitudes and statements discovered on James's Twitter feed are indefensible and inconsistent with our studio's values, and we have severed our business relationship with him." James did issue an apology and said that he had a heart full of regret. Taking over our number 7 spot is Deborah Messing. The Will and Grace star was trying to bring some positivity to the world in an attempt to shed some light on gun violence. But the whole thing backfired on her and people started attacking her character. In June 2016, she tweeted a selfie while wearing her Under the Gun t-shirt as she watched news coverage of the UCLA murder-suicide that day. She tweeted, "Horrendous watching news about shooting at UCLA with casualties while taking selfie to bring awareness to gun violence." People started calling her narcissistic and claimed that she was just seeking attention by posting that and that it wasn't true. She deleted the tweet and posted an apology to her Facebook page saying that she was asked to post a picture that day wearing the t-shirt and that she was shocked by the irony of the shooting happening at the same time that she was taking the selfie. She said that she was heartbroken and embarrassed that people were offended by her post and said that she was truly sorry. I believe her. I really do. And at number 6 is Naomi Campbell. The supermodel made a big mistake with one of her brand deals when she accidentally copied and pasted the instructions for the sponsored ad as the caption. Back in June 2016, she had a deal with Adidas and posted a photo of her holding up a pair of shoes. But her caption was strange and fans caught on to what happened right away. Her caption said, "Naomi, so nice to see you in good spirits. Could you put something like, thanks to my friend at Gary Aspen and all at Adidas. Loving these Adidas 350 SPZL from the Adidas Specials range." This is probably the worst thing you can do when you get an ad deal because you're just exposing them for writing the caption for you rather than just speaking about how much you actually love the product. It honestly just shows her followers that she's being paid for it and the caption isn't even her own words. After everyone started calling her out for it, she edited the caption and fixed her mistake. Halfway through our list, number 5 is Kevin Hart. It was actually his wife, Aniko, who faced more heat after posting a picture of their son to her social media. Back in 2018, she posted pictures from their son's first birthday party, which had a Cowboys and Indians theme. She captioned the picture, "Zoe's Cowboy and Indians party was nothing but amazing." People were quick to slam the couple and thought the theme was completely inappropriate. The picture showed that his cake was covered in teepees and cowboy hats. One user wrote, "Cowboys and Indians? Can you not afford a publicist who would explain the reality of such a terrible idea?" People went on to say that many Native Americans often advocate for equality and their heritage should not be used as a party theme. Sliding into number 4 is Gal Gadot. Even Wonder Woman makes mistakes. The actress posted a tribute on her Twitter after Stephen Hawking passed away. She wanted to leave some heartfelt thoughts about his departure, so she tweeted, "Rest in peace, Dr. Hawking. Now you're free of any physical constraints. Your brilliance and wisdom will be cherished forever." It was probably meant in a very sweet and genuine way, but her words just didn't go over very well. People took her message as if she implied that living with physical constraints had burdened him and that his disabilities were some kind kind of tragedy. She took a lot of criticism for her tweet, but some people did come to her defense and said that people were just getting offended for no reason. What do you guys think? To me, it sounded genuine, and I don't think she was saying anything about his disabilities, but I do understand that the wording was a little iffy. In our third spot is Fernanda Flores. The 90 Day Fiancé star ruins not only her reputation, but also her husband's after posting a nude video of him to her Instagram. In 2018, she posted a nude video of her man, Jonathan Flores, on her Instagram stories, but later revealed that it was a total accident and that she felt bad for the mishap. After receiving a ton of backlash because no one wants to see a man naked and a lot of confusion, she posted, "I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart that you had to see that. It was a huge mistake." Her husband also wanted to come to his defense and said that it was an accident. He said, "As for the video, that without question was a mistake. We are so sorry you had to see that." Some people didn't believe that it was actually a mistake and alleged that it was all for a publicity stunt. Regardless, no one wanted to see your man's junk. Rolling into spot number 2 is Dean McDermott and Tori Spelling. Husband of the Year award definitely didn't go to him back in 2011 when he accidentally posted a photo of his wife's breasts. Why people keep doing this, I don't know. I know you're probably wondering how you could do that by accident, but this one really does seem like a genuine mistake. He posted a picture on his Twitter of his son Liam in bed, and it looked innocent enough at first glance. But when you look again, you might notice that he is not in bed alone and that Tori is actually lying behind him with her bare breasts out. People were quick to notice, and Dean immediately removed the image, and neither of them commented on what happened, which is probably for the best. Just avoid the situation. Winning the number 1 place on our list, even if he doesn't want to, is James Franco. He was once one of the biggest actors in Hollywood and was showing up in pretty much every movie at one point. But that was until his inappropriate behaviors started to surface. In April 2014, screenshots of his Instagram messages were shared online showing a conversation he was having with a 17-year-old fan named Lucy Cord. In the messages, he asked her if he should rent a hotel room for them, and she denied his invite, suggesting that maybe they do it next year when she's 18. He even sent her a photo of himself with her name on it so that she actually knew that it was him. After a ton of backlash, he issued an apology and said that he made a mistake. Yeah. Starting us off at number 10 is Shakira. Sometimes you don't have to write the initial tweet to end up in a controversy. Retweeting it can be just as bad, and Shakira is a prime example of a retweet gone wrong. During this COVID-19 pandemic, celebrities have come forward to use their platform and try and help out during this difficult time. But the singer received some backlash for retweeting false information out to her millions of followers. Believe it or not, there are some twisted people out there who are trying to use the pandemic as a way to get clout and gain more followers. People are faking their occupations and pretending to be healthcare workers to get noticed online. One man was pretending to be a doctor, and it's very obvious if you go to his page, but Shakira must have read the tweet without actually reading the full article and retweeted it. She was helping spread false information to her millions of followers, and people felt she should be more cautious during this time about what information she helped spread. Coming in next, number 9 is Adam Levine. He gave us the perfect example of speaking too soon after he slammed MTV on Twitter back in 2018. He came out swinging and defended Childish Gambino's music video for This Is America after he wasn't nominated for a VMA. Adam tweeted, "This year, Childish Gambino released one of the most impactful, thought-provoking, and intelligent videos ever made. I'm sure he doesn't care that he wasn't nominated for a VMA because he's cool as and everything, but I care because I'm not that cool. And I still want MTV to mean something again, but it won't ever. Okay, bye." That is quite the tweet there, Adam. But later on, he had to delete his tweet and post on Instagram because he was informed that Childish Gambino was nominated for 7 different VMA categories. Not 1, but 7. Adam did issue a public apology to MTV, saying he still hates them, but that he should have put his foot in his mouth. I don't understand why he hates MTV so much. Probably not someone you should hate when you're in the music industry. Sliding to number 8 spot is Kirstie Alley. Back in 2018, the actress was branded as heartless after tweeting out a disrespectful tribute to Stephen Hawking just hours after his death. The iconic scientist passed away at 76 years old, and not long after the news broke, she tweeted out a so-called tribute, which people said was cruel and heartless. She shared a black and white photo of him and captioned it, "You had a good go at it. Thanks for your input." People quickly jumped on her and judged her for her choice of words and said she was passive-aggressive with her thoughts. One person pointed out that it seemed like she was giving his life a participation trophy basically, and said it couldn't have been more insulting. She later tweeted a response to someone else's tribute where she called Hawking one of the 3 funniest people on the planet and said he had a beautiful mind. So basically, she ignored her first tweet and just tried to make up for it with the second one. Moving along to number 7, we have Jason Biggs. The American Pie actor is no stranger when it comes to pushing the envelope with his humor. I am pretty sure that that's what the American Pie franchise did with every single one of their movies and his character. That he has a very dry style of humor, so it might not be totally surprising to see some of his jokes are risky. Despite this fact, his fans could not get on board with one of his jokes when it came after a serious world disaster. In 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 went missing, and the search for it and its passengers became an international sensation and tragedy. Instead of sending condolences or offering any kind of help, the actor decided to make a joke about the trending topic, and he tweeted out, "Anyone want to buy my Malaysian Airlines frequent flyer miles?" His followers were furious and he started receiving tons of backlash, so he later issued an apology and deleted the tweet. And at number 6 is Mia Farrow. Apparently the actress finds her family pictures by Google searching them. And we only learned this after she tweeted a picture of her daughter, Quincy Farrow, when wishing her a 21st birthday on Twitter. The tweet seemed innocent enough at first, but then people noticed that she didn't crop out the search bar, which said, "Mia Farrow and her black children." People were quick to comment on it and couldn't fully understand why that would be what she searches for when looking for a picture of her daughter. After seeing people's reactions, she deleted the tweet and replaced it with a new one, which had the same exact picture, but the search bar was cropped out of that. She replied to some of the comments that people were writing and said that someone sent her that screenshot and she did not check it before posting it. Halfway through at number 5 is Ted Cruz. The Texas senator was asked for an explanation after his official Twitter account liked a pornographic tweet. Liking a tweet doesn't necessarily share it, but when he liked the tweet, it went to his verified profile where it shows the post that you've liked. Turns out he clicked like on a sexual GIF which was posted by a Twitter account called Sexual Posts. People were not impressed and began attacking him for the inappropriate content. His communications advisor, Catherine Fraser, tweeted out, "The offensive tweet posted on his account earlier has been removed by staff and reported to Twitter." That only added more confusion to everything because it wasn't posted to his account. He liked it. He ended up explaining that there's a number of people who have access to this account and someone must have accidentally hit the like button. We're here now at number 4 and we have Lena Dunham. The actress is known for her pet dog named Lambie because she's always been very open about their best friend type relationship. But in 2017, she wrote up a long Instagram post after deciding to give Lambie away to what she called an amazing professional facility in LA. In her long dramatic post, she said that Lambie suffered terrible abuse as a pup and he was dangerous to others in some environments. But then a spokesperson for Bark Shelter in Brooklyn, where Lambie was first adopted from, exposed the truth and said the dog did not have a history of abuse before going to her home. They said, "We checked the records for Lambie. He was surrendered, not enough time. We would have told her if the dog had issues. We don't lie about the dog's history." People online, including the shelter, were angry that in her post she was urging people to rehome their rescue pets rather than sending them back to the shelter system. The shelter claimed that it can actually be more dangerous to do it that way for both the new owners and the dog. In third place is Harry Styles. He's not usually the celebrity to end up in the middle of drama and online controversies, but he started to feel the heat after announcing his new merch was linked to the COVID-19 pandemic. On April 8th, his official label and promo account at HSHQ tweeted, "Stay home, stay safe, protect each other," now available in the official store. They tweeted a photo of a t-shirt with that slogan on it and announced the profits would be donated to the virus relief. People started to criticize his decision and began attacking his original tweet. While it's good that the profits are going to the relief, no denying that, people pointed out that he could give more money by simply donating to the fund rather than paying for the t-shirts to be made and all the shipping costs follow. On top of that, the people who are making the t-shirts won't be able to self-isolate at home if they have to work. Although fans normally love his merch, they just don't see it as a priority in this time. They also said it was wrong of him to ask people to spend money on a t-shirt during a time when a lot of people are financially struggling. Rolling into number 2 is Demi Lovato. Apparently, it is common for celebrities to have private Instagram accounts referred to as Finstas so they can express themselves without being scrutinized by their fans. It's almost like a catfish account in some way where they can hide their real identity. But recently, Demi has been exposed for allegedly having one of these accounts which has posted mean captions and images about Selena Gomez. It is no secret that the two of them have had on and off again feuds in their relationship, but they do seem to be in a better place as of right now. Account name goes by Trauma Queen Forever, and screenshots were posted online which showed pictures that slandered and bullied Selena. People are saying it's Demi behind the account and said that Demi's real life friends followed the account, and they wouldn't have for any reason if it didn't have to be Demi behind it. However, some people are saying that pictures from the account were photoshopped to kind of frame Demi, so it just depends on who you believe. Either way, the account has now been disabled since all of it came to surface, but there is currently a new trending hashtag Demi Lovato is over party. Taking over our number 1 spot is Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was recently released from jail early due to the coronavirus because he was at a higher risk with his asthma. But then he had to go and party apparently after his release and have it exposed all over social media. Video footage was taken at a party and posted online which showed some people smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol, but that wasn't really the problem. The reason that he was let out of jail was because of his heightened risk for COVID-19, but apparently people are saying he was in the videos and he was partying with a group of people, which shows that he's not following the social distancing restrictions. He might as well have just stayed in jail, to be honest. The judge has made an announcement saying that if he was in fact partying, it will cost him when it comes time to his sentence. Starting us off at number 10 is Max Eric. In recent times, the young and the restless actor is better known as Demi Lovato's ex-fiance. If you didn't know about her engagement, it's probably because it happened very fast. They were only together for a few months before they announced their engagement, which completely shocked fans, but it only lasted a few months before they called it off and split. But the split was very dramatic on his end. Demi deleted their photos together from her social media and did not give comments about it to the media, but he went above and beyond to make it known. He started talking about it in Instagram live streams, posted photos of them saying they didn't officially break up, and allegedly staged a photo shoot with TMZ of him crying on the beach where he proposed to her. And people say that girls are the crazy exes. Well, some of them are. Screenshots were also leaked online, and sources close to Demi said he has tried to contact her friends and family who actually blocked him online, and that she has her lawyer involved now because things have been getting out of control. Next up at number 9 is Offset. His reputation has taken a hit in recent times after it was announced that Cardi B had filed for divorce after he was caught cheating again. People were shocked that she stayed with him after the first cheating scandal and couldn't believe that he would do it again after getting that second chance. But outside of his relationship, some of his personal behavior has landed him in some trouble. Last week, the rapper was questioned by police while he was driving through a Trump rally. He was actually on Instagram Live at the time, so part of the encounter with the police was live streamed out to his followers. The cops said they received reports that he was waving a gun outside the car window. At first, he refused to get out of the car when they asked him to, so eventually the cops removed him, and that is when the live stream stopped. In the end, the Beverly Hills Police Department tweeted a statement that clarified it was Cardi B's cousin, Marcelo Almanzar, who was waving the gun from the vehicle. He was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon and carrying a loaded firearm in public, and although Offset wasn't the one caught doing it, he was still letting it happen in his car. And there's no proof that he wasn't doing it. Cruising into number 8 is Kim Kardashian. She is facing backlash recently after she shared photos on her social media of her 40th birthday party that she threw on a private island. People were first annoyed by her tweet where she said, "After 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal just for a brief moment in time." She went on to admit that she does have a privileged life, but people thought her tweets were very insensitive and said that she was very out of touch with reality. People began stating online that getting a private island isn't most people's normal, even without a pandemic. So people began mocking her statement. But then once people saw photos from her trip, they were even more frustrated because there was a lot of people and it didn't quite match up with her close inner circle comment. Her intentions were probably good when she said that everyone had health tests done and quarantined, but fans didn't think a 40th birthday party like that is necessary when thousands of people are still dying every day. But what do you guys think about this one? I am curious. Was she wrong for doing that? Is it fine? Do we care? In spot number 7 is Robin Thicke. Back in 2013, social media came between Robin Thicke and his wife Paula Patton. A picture was tweeted at his wife which showed him grabbing a college student's bottom in a photo at a nightclub. The girl in the picture came forward about the very controversial picture that went viral and said she knew his hand was on her butt. She was well aware. There were actually 3 pictures that they took together that night, so you could tell that they did spend some time together while partying in the club. The picture was taken at the MTV VMA after party in New York after Robin's big controversial performance with Miley Cyrus. A year after the big scandal, the girl in the photo, named Lana Scalaro, came forward saying they hooked up that night and that she didn't find out he was married until after, and she was mortified. It's hard to say if this story is true or not, but Paula ended up filing for divorce and they were officially divorced a year later in 2015. That's a lot. That is a lot. And his wife was at that after party, which is like literally she was at the after party. Like, hi, this is my wife, let me grab your ass. Swiping the number 6 spot is Ryan Garcia. The boxing star was completely busted by his girlfriend on social media after video went viral of him kissing another girl. A video was taken outside of a restaurant in Los Angeles and shows him standing in front of a girl talking before they just start kissing. The problem is the girl in the video isn't his girlfriend, who is actually currently carrying his child. The girl was actually a TikTok star named Malou Trevejo. His girlfriend responded on social media saying, "He tells me he's training hard for this fight, but Instagram shows me this. 7 weeks left till I give birth and this piece of shit stay being disgusting." Turns out he has another daughter with another girl who apparently he doesn't see very often. Malou also came forward saying that she didn't know he was in a relationship, and after the news broke, she texted him and asked him why he didn't tell her, and he responded saying because they are always on and off. So the whole situation is just very messy. He's 22 and has 2 kids with 2 different mamas. Yet he be out here trashing these girls online. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Bella Thorne. She caused a storm online when she announced on social media that she started an OnlyFans account. Of course, a lot of her fans were thrilled about it, but that was until people learned she was actually scamming people. News articles started reporting she made over $2 million in a week, and people were pissed because it was hurting other sex workers on the site who actually need the money and use this as their full-time job. Not to mention, you're not able to make that much money if you're actually following the rules. OnlyFans shared the restrictions, which said that fans are capped at paying only $100 for tips and you can only pay $50 for posts. Apparently, Bella was charging a lot more than that, probably because of her celebrity status. People slammed her online saying that she doesn't need the money and had no reason to join the site in the first place, but Bella apologized and said that it was not intentional. She even shared that she had a meeting with OnlyFans to try and fix it and that she supports sex workers 100% and actually wants to help them. Girl, you don't need that money. You don't need that money. Rolling to number 4 is Roseanne Barr. The actress, writer, and producer is a prime example of how one tweet can ruin your entire career. And you might want to think twice before pressing send after this list. Back in 2018, she sent out a tweet where she spoke about Barack Obama's advisor, Valerie Jarrett, and used racist terms to describe her. The controversy started immediately after the tweet was sent out, and Roseanne started to lose everything. She had her own show with ABC called Roseanne, and ABC immediately canceled the series and went on to reboot it later down the road, without her. I don't even know how that's possible. She is Roseanne. Huh? Oh, a reboot, maybe they changed the name. Anyways, she also didn't handle the scandal with very much grace. Rather than owning up to it and simply apologizing, she started to blame the network, saying that they were just looking for a reason to fire her, and also tried to blame some of her co-stars, who actually had nothing to do with it. In the third spot is Tana Mojo. Tana posted a joke on Twitter that was taken more seriously than she probably wanted. She recently tweeted out that she would send her fans a nude for free if they sent her proof that they voted for Joe Biden in the election. She topped off the tweet with a trending hashtag booty for Biden. It was her way of trying to get people to vote, but then people started calling her out for election fraud and said that she's actually committing a crime by doing that. News outlets started sharing news that she may have broken federal law because her post could be considered vote buying, which is a felony. Tana ended up saying that the post was completely sarcastic and she never sent any nude photos in exchange for votes, and that it was all just a joke. But despite being a joke or not, a lot of people did not find it funny and didn't agree with her using her naked body as a voting tactic. People are taking this vote very seriously. Sniping our number 2 spot is Lovely Peaches. Her celebrity status was short-lived, and you'd probably only know her name if you follow along with TikTok. She gained fame from her TikTok page, but then got banned after she publicly attacked and threatened Charli D'Amelio, the biggest TikTok star in the world, who is only 16 years old. For some reason, Lovely Peaches had issues with Charli, who she had never actually met. She randomly started making videos where she told her audience that she hired a man to find Charli and sexually assault her. She was going as far as asking people online for Charli's location, and even live streamed a phone call with this man who publicly confirmed that he was going to do it. People eventually called the police and she was banned from TikTok immediately. But then she went on Instagram and started posting threats on there too. She actually went to Charli's home and took pictures outside of it. Luckily, the police got involved and the whole thing seemed to get settled. Jesus. That was insane. I feel like that story is underrated. That girl should be in prison. It is a movie. This man was literally on live streaming like, yeah, I'm gonna, like fully admitting to like sexually assaulting the 16-year-old. How are we not talking about this? Earning the number 1 spot on our list is Kanye West. A lot of crazy things have happened this year, but I don't think we will ever forget the time that Kanye took one of his Grammy Awards and urinated on it in the toilet and then shared the video with the world on Twitter. We also won't forget that after that video went viral, he then shared his very confidential music contract online for the world to see. And how could we forget that after that, he shared a screenshot of Forbes' phone number on Twitter. These are all things that have had and will have an impact on his career in one way or another. Not to mention the other countless amount of Twitter rants that he's been on. But I think this one was by far the worst. He actually got suspended from his account and wasn't able to post for 12 hours. Which probably killed him. That's like taking Twitter away from Donald Trump. They cannot be away from their Twitter.